Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. They had a quarrel one day. Johnny said he was leaving home. He was going away to stay, never coming home. Going away to Rome. Now Frankie begged and she pleaded, oh my honey, please stay. Johnny, I know I've done you wrong, but please don't go away. And Frankie cried, and Johnny sighed, oh, I'm going away, I'm leaving today, and never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the winter wind begins to roll the ground, shovered up the snow, you think of me. Gonna wish me back your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days they say to come. Frankie said to her, Johnny, my man, your hour's come. Underneath her silk kimono, she drew a 44 gun. These love affairs are hard to bear. Johnny run down the stairway. Oh, my Frankie, don't shoot. Frankie done aimed that 44 5 times to the roof, toot toot, and Johnny fell. And Frankie yelled, well, I'm going away, I'm leaving today and never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the winter wind begins to blow, the clouds covered up snow, you think of me. Gonna wish me back your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days they say they come. Send for your rubber-tired taxi, send for your rubber-tired hacks. Take poor Johnny to the graveyard. I shot him in the back with a great big gun when he went to run. Now send for 1,000 policemen, take me right away. Lock me down in a dungeon cell and chuck that key away. 'Cause Johnny's dead, because he said, oh, I'm going away, I'm leaving today and never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the winter wind begins to blow the ground, is covered up snow, you think of me. Gonna wish me back your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days they say they come. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days they say they come. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, there went Freddie in his electric car. You know he had a mean look right in his eye. He thought he'd shoot somebody but to see them die. Now Duncan, he was tending the bar. In walked Freddie with that shining star. He said, now Duncan, you know you were under arrest. And Duncan shot a hole right in Brady's chest. He'd been on the job too long. Well, Brady, well, you know you done wrong. Busting in here when it ain't going on. mother hovers and they're stalking me. Them rubber tire buddies just waiting around took King Brady to the burying ground. Yeah, them rubber tire buddies, them rubber tire hacks, they took him to the graveyard, never bring him back. He'd been on the job too long. Car, you know, he had a mean look right in his eye. He thought he'd shoot somebody, it was him that died. He'd been on the job too long.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today, obviously running the mill, working on a project. Bear with me here, do a little bit of introspection here. As you guys that follow the channel know that we were working on getting our farrowing barn ready. It's up on the hill there. You've seen clips of it before. In time for farrowing. Obviously we didn't have a successful farrowing. We had a total loss there. And I'm going to do another video to explain what we're going to do next with that. We've got some plans in the works. But normally, and you know, this is definitely a self-indictment here. Normally, I am a reactive kind of project guy versus proactive. I'm a really good starter. I have all kinds of great ideas and anxious to get into something. But I'm a horrible finisher. Ask my wife about the trim in the house that we've been living in for 18 years now. So it's one of those things where that's what I like about YouTube. You guys are keeping me on track, almost like a remote therapist, if you will. So looking at the farrowing barn, I got it to where I wanted it to be in time for Meredith's farrowing. That time has come and passed, of course. So what do? The barn is unfinished. There's still some sides that need to be enclosed. But it's not critical now. Are there more critical projects? Well, sure, in my mind, there's all kinds of more critical projects. New pigs coming, old pigs going to the processing facility. I've got a culvert I want to install. There's all kinds of things I have to do to try to keep the mud down here. So just off the top of my head, tons and tons of stuff that I could be working on. But I've got to train myself to say, no, we need to focus and finish. And that's what I like about you guys. You guys give me crap about the barn. You know, the barn's kind of a unique situation. I started on that barn probably 7 years ago, knowing that I would build that barn when I had the time, when I had the material, and if it looked like a herd of goats for 7 years, that's fine. And the addition, the part I'm adding on, it's not critical. I just put more equipment in it. Probably end up getting more junk to store in it. So that's kind of how I roll. More room I have, the more crap I put in it. But in light of that, I'm trying to be a different person when it comes to that. Somewhere my wife is cheering, yay! And trying to get projects finished. So I had 3 pine logs left. You saw in previous videos where we milled some more of those up even after we got all the siding on that we needed to for farrowing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out these last 3 pine logs, mill them for siding, put the siding on the barn, finish it, and actually complete a project, actually cross a project off my list. So I encourage you all to keep commenting. I would say, I guess if I said don't comment, then it wouldn't really matter. You guys comment anyway, which is what I like. Keep commenting. Let me know what you think about projects we're working on. Again, give me criticisms where need to be. What I've got going on here, you can see I've done this multiple times. I don't know that I've ever explained it. Those of you guys at mill, you know exactly what's happening here. So I'm trying to make 7-inch wide boards. I won't get into the details of why 7-inch. That's just what I do. That's these smaller trees that I mill can come out too cleanly. So I ended up having a cant that was much bigger. A cant, of course, is the squared log. Cant that was much bigger than 7 by 7. In fact, when I turned it, I believe it was 9. I think it's 9 by 9, maybe 9 by 8. So if I just started slicing 4/4 boards off of that, I would have a whole bunch of 4/4 by 8s. I don't need that. I want 4/4 by 7s. So I made my next cut down and removed this board. This board is 8 inches after I made that cut to clear that edge. So even right now, it's not the size that I want. But taking these scraps so getting down to my 7-inch, once I got my cants down to 7, then I flipped it over and then start taking these slices off. But I had this extra board, so logically you put that back on there, cut it, so it takes the natural edge off, so you get a nice finished edge. You got just a little bit of bark there on the end, a little bit of wane. And then I'm going to flip it one more time. And you can see I have some wane there. Wane, of course, is the absence of wood. And I've got one more cut to get this to 7, because I'm at the 8-inch cut. This cant is 7 inches wide. I'm at 8 inches tall. So when I come through and do another pass at 1 inch, I'm going to get a nice board that I can use. And then I'll cut the wane out of this, taking an inch off. So in one pass, I'll have 2 boards I can use. That keeps me from having a lot of waste. So it kind of comes in handy, of course, just to set and figure these things out. Sometimes it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You kind of figure out what you need, take your scraps, put them together, and get some multiple results out of one pass. So we'll keep taking this thing down. I'm anticipating getting 8 or 9 good boards out of this. Well, okay, that takes care of every log that we drug down for our farrowing barn project. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 just in today out of those 3 logs. 21 1x7s or 4/4x7s, 10 to 11 feet long. So that should be plenty. In fact, I think we already had a stack of 12 or 15 underneath that. So that's way more than we need, which will be great, because then I can trim things out. I can actually detail out the barn. Crazy idea, right? So that's cool. Wrapping that up. The boys came down and surprised, helped me today. I figured I was solo me here today, but you guys you're going to a church Christmas party soon, right? All right. Hey, high school parties. All right. So, yeah. So, job well done. And I always have to remember to drain the tank because it gets below freezing. I don't want my tank to split. So, we're going to let that drain, and we'll catch y'all later. Take care.